Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Finn Finnegan will bust Bill Spencer and Luna Nozawa, while Steffi Forrester stuns Taylor Hayes. Sheila Sharp's preoccupation will also reignite. That curveball will leave Steffi in fear mode, especially when she learns Luna was transferred out of her captivity installation and that her current whereabouts are unknown. As for Remy Price, he'll remain curious about Luna after their hassle at Bill's place. Remy will keep gathering information about who Luna is and seems poised to play a crucial part in her story ultimately. Latterly, Steffi and Finn will face a stunner, so that could involve Luna being on house arrest at the Spencer manse. Finn's going to land on Bill's doorstep, where Luna will be stunned to see him. B&B spoilers say Finn's going to push for some answers and voice his frustration. Bill may explain about the captivity attacks and how important it was to keep Luna safe. Finn will also have a chance to come clean to Luna about the maternity results. After taking 2 tests, there's no denying that Luna is indeed Finn's natural son. You can go. Luna will end up on an emotional roller coaster once she learns Poppy Nozawa slept with Finn and covered up the fact that he sired her child. Poppy will also have a run heft with Sheila, who'll declare that Poppy will no way know Finn as privately as her. That comment will lead to Poppy tripping her drink over since she's keeping a passionate Finn secret. As for Deacon Sharp, he'll deliver a warning to Sheila when he senses she's getting hung up again. Cleric will prompt Sheila not to fixate on Finn and Hayes Forrester Finnegan, since that only leads to trouble. Sheila won't realize Luna is her granddaughter at that point, but you can go. It'll add to her family preoccupation once she learns the whole story. After Steffi has a chance to wrap her head around all the Luna news, she'll give Taylor updates. Taylor will be just as stupefied when she hears about Poppy sleeping with Finn and hiding Luna's maternity all these times. Meanwhile, Ridge Forrester will get agitated about his grand plans to recapture control of Forrester Creations. Daphne Rose's incense line will also launch, but Carter may feel too shamefaced to truly celebrate. It won't be long until Daphne exploits that guilt and makes a bold move to pull Carter closer. Daphne will make out with Carter in the main office, where Hope Logan will peep in and substantiation the sizzling moment. Hope will have to decide how to handle this whole Carter and Daphne situation. Will Hope questionable Steffi set this in stir and that she knows Daphne better than she's been letting on? Hope could have a vengeance scheme in mind soon enough, so it'll be intriguing to see what she does next. Meanwhile, Luna's maternity will continue to make swells. There'll no mistrustfulness be a battle between Poppy and Furiously Finnegan at some point. Steffi may also lay down the law with Finn and make it clear that he can't have a relationship with Luna. Finn was willing to stay down from Sheila, but will he draw the line when it comes to his own son? Finn's compassionate side could be a problem when it comes to Luna and his desire to step up for her, so we'll bring you more prognostications on what he'll do. At the Cliff House, Steffi expressed her happiness that Finn was home, but he sounded counted down by Commodity. She asked about the big news he'd been meaning to partake, and Finn revealed that it was life-changing, Commodity from his history. Steffi incontinently allowed. It might involve a case, but Finn explained that it was particular. He also participated that the news involved a woman from his history, someone Steffi had met. He dithered before admitting it was Poppy, his aunt. Steffi was shocked, and Finn explained that when he was 18, he'd been involved with Poppy. Steffi was affrighted, and Finn expressed how delicate it had been for him to deal with this retired part of his life. Oh, and that was and each. He'd an indeed bigger secret to partake. At the sanitarium, Poppy had a moment of emotional vulnerability, and Lee noticed her torture. Poppy admitted that she was physically sick but was floundering emotionally, particularly due to Luna's situation. Lee tried to offer her support, expressing remorse for not being there for her family in the history, especially after the woeful events that led to Finn's simulated relationship with his kinsman. At Il Giardino, Sheila had an unanticipated hassle with Remy, who was hoping to get his job back. Sheila was originally reticent to offer him help, but after some discussion, she suggested he take on the name Dario to gain Bill's favor. Remy, intrigued by the occasion, agreed. Back at Bill's house, Remy came home with him to fix the A/C and was paid a generous sum. As he readies to work, Luna appeared, and they had a brief exchange before Remy recalled her being involved in a double homicide. Luna nervously explained that she was indeed the intern, and Remy sounded stupefied by the disclosure. Poppy rushed into Finn's office, and he wasted no time advised her that he was planning to tell Steffi that Luna was his son. Poppy refocused out that Finn had been working lifelessly to avoid the discussion, which Finn admitted. He expressed his frustration with the situation, believing that deceitfulness had led them then. He also reflected on how different Luna's life could have been if he'd been involved, but Poppy had no way wanted to disrupt his life. Poppy bothered about the implicit consequences of Finn telling Steffi the verity, questioning whether it would break his marriage. But Finn was determined to be honest, believing it was the right thing to do. He left to tell Steffi the verity, though doubtful of the outgrowth. Meanwhile, at the Precipice house, Steffi and Liam were agitating Kelly's schedule and co-parenting. Liam brought up how close they had come to losing Kelly due to Luna, which caused Steffi to reflect on the traumatic jests. She made it clear that she hoped no way to encounter Luna again. As they talked, Liam admitted he felt lost and out of sync with his prospects, especially since he and Steffi were no longer together. He confessed that his birthday had been a memorial of how different effects were compared to what he'd imagined. Steffi and Liam participated a quiet moment when she presented him with a manual cookie and a candle. "Make a want, Liam." Latterly, as Finn arrived home, Steffi ate him with a kiss, but Finn was preoccupied, wondering how to tell her the verity about Luna. At Bill's place, Luna plotted with her situation, feeling trapped by her ankle examiner and her once conduct. She expressed guilt for her once jest, particularly towards Steffi, and was frustrated with her confinement. Bill reminded her that she could take pitfalls and demanded to change. Luna admitted she endured for a life outside the constraints of her current reality, but she knew her family would no way accept her back if she didn't prove she had changed. Brooke prompted Ridge to return to Forrester, averring that both he and Eric belonged there. She emphasized that Ridge also belonged at home with her, not with Taylor. She assured him that she didn't watch about the CEO position and would willingly give it up for him. At the same time, Steffi and Taylor suspected about Ridge's whereabouts. Steffi entered a textbook from Finn, informing her that he was working another double shift. She expressed disappointment, noting that they hadn't truly connected since their anniversary. Taylor comforted her that Finn was devoted and reliable. As for Finn, he sat alone in his office, looking at prints of Steffi and Luna. He resolved to tell Steffi the verity about Luna. Meanwhile, in the wardrobe area, Zand and Daphne suspected about Ridge's return to the office, chancing it indeed more surprising that he was with Brooke. Daphne misdoubted that Steffi and Taylor would be pleased with this development. Daphne rose, seized her phone, and called Steffi with all the office gossip. While Steffi was certain that Brooke had possessed Ridge, Taylor remained confident in Ridge's commitment to her, suspecting that Brooke was contending for him to return. Back in the design room, Ridge brazened Brooke about Hope's part in the company's bouleversement. He indicted her of using Carter to get what she wanted, calling it insupportable. Although Brooke admitted that Hope had made miscalculations, she defended her son's conduct, averring that she only wanted support. Ridge, still, remained adamant that Hope demanded to be held responsible. When Brooke professed her love for him and claimed they belonged together, Ridge gave her a sad look and walked down. Hope and Carter bandied Ridge's influence. Carter admitted that he felt shamefaced about taking over the company, while Hope encouraged him not to waver, arguing that Ridge and Steffi had manhandled them and didn't earn control. Hope prompted Carter to stand his ground, refusing to yield to Ridge's demands. She declared that Forrester Creations was theirs now, and pledged not to let Ridge mandate the terms of his return. At Forrester, Hope was shocked to find Carter and Ridge embracing after Ridge had helped Carter tend to his injured hand. Carter expressed remorse over how their fellowship was affected, but Ridge responded compactly when Hope asked why he was there, remarking on the company's changes since his departure. Meanwhile, Brooke and Katie bandied the challenges of Brooke's new part as CEO, which felt like a balancing act. They both noted how Hope was the only one truly celebrating the jewelry launch, and Brooke lamented that Ridge should have been there to partake in the success. Steffi, Taylor, and Zend continued to bandy the pressures girding the preemption. Steffi believed that Brooke only watched about herself and her family, and she expressed dubitation that Brooke would try to stop Hope. Still, Taylor still held out stopgap that Brooke could appeal to her son's sense of decency. Meanwhile, Ridge brazened Hope about her involvement in the company's preemption, averring that it would eventually lead to disaster. Hope fired back, claiming that Ridge and his son had made the plant poisonous and incriminating him of no way supporting important women. Latterly, Brooke and Ridge had a tense discussion, where she supplicated him to return to the family and the company. She admitted that she only took the CEO position to help Carter, and if he returned, she'd reluctantly step down. Despite her pleas, Ridge remained firm in his station, criminating Hope of manipulating Carter and turning the company into commodity unrecognizable. As he left, he refocused out that Carter's success had been erected on ill-gotten earnings. Alone, Hope tried to assure Carter, who sounded equivocal about the situation, as the pressure between all parties continued to mount.